Hey T25ers, I just want to take a couple minutes to explain to you a little bit about what's going to happen in the challenge group over the next 6 weeks. I'm super excited to have you all in my first ever T25 challenge group. So it's kind of my test group. I've never done this program before. I haven't even turned one of the DVDs on. So this is going to be a very big learning experience for me. So you're basically going to be working out 5 days a week, with 2 days of rest. Your Saturdays are your measurement days, and your Sunday is your stretch. It's very important to actively participate in the stretch. Do that DVD. Your body needs to stretch. If you don't, the way that your muscles will work is you are contracting them and you're tightening them, and then you're not loosening them up, and you're going to injure yourself. So it's a requirement to do your stretch day. Don't think that stretch equals rest, because it doesn't. Saturday is your rest day. You're taking measurements. You're not doing any workout on Saturdays. Take your rest day when you get it and then stretch. It's going to feel good. You're going to be grunting, being like, oh, God, it feels amazing. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what's going to come in your packets if you haven't gotten it already. The first thing that's going to come is this wonderful booklet that has all of your DVDs in it. We are using the alpha side, the yellow side. If you flip it to the other side is the beta side. That's the second half of the program, which is the additional 5 weeks after you finish the alpha side. So we're doing the alpha side. We're starting with the yellow discs. The yellow discs. Keep that in mind. Yellow discs. It has everything in it that you could need. The next thing that they give you is Shaun T's nutritional guide. I use some of the recipes from that in my meal planning. I put the page numbers after it for reference. So take a look through here. It lists it out. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. So definitely take a look at this. It'll make you look a little differently about the food. They did combine these recipes in conjunction with this program, so you will get success if you use a lot of these recipes in here. And then as we go on, we're all going to pick and share recipes from each other. I've learned a lot from I have tons of programs now, and I'll pull things from those programs too. So definitely make sure that you take a look at this and don't just like push it to the side. You know, this is an important tool as well that they put in there. The next thing is your quick start guide. This pretty much says here's what you're going to be doing. The first step is you're going to take your measurements, and it lists it out here for you. And then it shows you one person's transformation story. The second part is then you're going to press play. It's easy as that. 25 minutes. You're going to press play. You're going to do it. You're going to mark whether you nailed it or you barely made it, and we're all going to nail it every time. So I'm not worried about that. And then your third is sending in your results. I really recommend sending this in. Beachbody gives you this pamphlet, I guess, that shows you how to take pictures of your before and your afters. It's important to identify with your transformation and document it. So not only will you be taking measurements weekly, but at the beginning of the 5 weeks that you're working out, you're going to take a before photo. You're going to send it to me. You're going to take 3 of them, actually. The first one's a frontal video photo, with your hands on your hip. The second one is from the back, hands on your hip, and the third one is the side, with your hands on your hip. Don't push your stomach out. Don't suck your stomach in. Don't tighten your abs. Just relax. Do it in front of a blank wall and try and keep the outfit as minimally designed as possible. I normally choose a bathing suit. If you're going to be, it's summertime, if you're going to be in a bathing suit anyway, do that. But try and pick for your before and your after the same clothing, so it just, with consistency, it's easier to see the actual transformation. The final thing that they give you is the T25 Fast Track 5-day guide, and it pretty much says, okay, we're going to make this easy for you with meal planning and then what you have to do. So the first, it's day 1, and here's the disc you're going to do, and then here's the breakfast, here's the snack, here's the lunch, here's the snack, and here's the dinner that you're going to eat, and it gives you the recipes and how to make it. If you are lazy or have never done meal planning before, which you are now going to be masters at by the end of this, use this guide as your quick start to ease into meal planning. For people who don't do it, meal planning can be a struggle. It takes about an hour and a half every week to meal plan and then go to the grocery store and make sure. And I do it all the time. I always don't have exactly the things I need for the meals, but at least I know what my meals are. So when I go to the grocery store, I'm not like, oh my God, what am I going to eat today? So meal planning is important. The last thing you're going to get is your resistance band. T25 gives it to you. It has some assembly required. If you have a problem assembling this, then call me. But you'll get this, and I'm not exactly sure which video we use it in, but we'll find out. So I'm super excited about that. The last thing you're going to get in your challenge pack is your Shakeology, whatever flavor that you ordered. I happen to have the vanilla here. I also have the chocolate and the green berry. I haven't tried the vanilla yet, but every time it wafts in my face, it's like, oh, it smells like cookies. It smells amazing. So I'm not sure how many of you bought bulk bag or packets. The packets, just FYI, are only 24 in a box, and that needs to last you 30 days. So that being said, only use 2/3 of one packet in a shake and save the rest for the next day. I know it's a hassle, it's annoying, which is why I don't buy the packets. The packets are easy, on-the-go type of things, but if you really want to be able to stretch it out, I recommend doing the bulk bag. If you did purchase the packets and want to switch to the bulk bag, let me know and I can walk you through that process with Beachbody. It's no additional cost, and you know, I just like the bulk bag. For people who have never ever drinking shakes before, this is not a protein shake. It is not the one that you see the big lifters in the gym. This is a meal replacement. It has over 70 ingredients in it that are found naturally in the earth, and you can't eat in one serving what you get in Shakeology in whole food in one sitting. Your stomach can't do it. So this stuff is amazing. It's liquid gold to me, and besides doing the Ultimate Reset I'm on right now, I have not missed a single day of Shakeology since December. I'm addicted to it. You will get a scoop in there. When you first get it, it'll be hidden somewhere deep down in the bag, just FYI. I kind of try and push it up to the top. You'll get a scoop. There's a little line right here. And I recommend for people who are just first trying shakes to start with that line and gradually increase the amount of shake till you're up at the top, just so that you kind of get the feel of and the taste for it, and what you're mixing it with is important too, because this standing alone by itself is between 130 and 150 calories. It's when you start adding other things to it that add your calories to it. So I'm a big fan of almond milk, skim milk, fruits. Just try and keep them low on the glycemic index, and we'll talk about that too later this week. So that's all of that. So the requirements really quickly for this challenge group are going to be a little different. Participation is mandatory. In order for me to really promote this workout and how successful it is for challengers, I need the test group to be committed to being active in the group. And there are 3 things that you have to post in the group daily for everyone to see. The first one is, did you take your shake? Yes or no. That's relatively easy. The second one is your workout. Did you nail it or did you barely make it? And if you nailed it, that's awesome and congratulations. If you barely made it, talk about what was the struggle for you. Maybe it was a mental block that you had that day. You were like, oh my God, I just couldn't mentally do this anymore. And the last thing that I want you to do is your food. I don't call it diet because we're not dieting. We're changing our lifestyle here. So talk about your food. You're going to be posting your meal plans to me or into the group, which I hugely encourage, so that we can all share recipes with each other, because there's no point in reinventing the wheel here, people. So, talk about your food and be honest with it. If you went out with your girlfriends and you had a couple beers, be honest. It's okay. I'm going to do it. I know that there are times when I'm not going to be sticking to my meal plan. I try to put in my meal plan days that I know that, okay, I am going out or I do have a family thing. So I'm putting it out there, being honest and keeping myself accountable. So make sure that you do that. In the beginning, after your packet comes, I need you all to send me your before photos, the frontal, the back, and the side view, and your measurements. I'm not going to post them unless you give me permission. I am not going to do anything with them, but hold on to them because I want to be able to track your progress just as much as you do. So I need those before and the before photos and the measurements. And then weekly in the calendar that Shanti set up, you will be doing measurements. So please post those as well. You can either email them to me if you're not comfortable posting them in the group, or post them in the group. I'm going to post mine in the group. And, you know, I'll probably periodically post some photos too of how my body's changing. I totally encourage you guys to do that too. That's not a requirement, but taking the measurements is a requirement, and sending them to me. Send them either through email, you can send them, or post them on the Facebook page, which is awesome too. And then the weekly meal plans are important. Meal planning, we're going to talk about it all this week. It's just going to be focused on meal planning. What types of things should you be eating? What about incorporating the Shakeology into it? And why is meal planning so important? So I will put a template meal plan in the files of the Facebook group so you can use it, print it out, write it down, have it available. And then other than that, we're going to kick this next 6 weeks, including this meal planning week, since we're waiting for videos to come in. And I'm super excited to have all of you guys in this group. Again, I can only be successful if in this is as much as you guys can be successful. So really posting in the group really does make a huge difference. It sounds silly to be posting 3 things a day. Yes, I drank my shake and I nailed my workout and I stuck with my meal plan and here's what I ate. But you'll be surprised how upset you are with yourself if you end up straying from those things. So I'm super excited to have you guys in the group. Watch this week for meal planning stuff, food stuff. And then we will get started on the 22nd is Monday. So Sunday, the 21st, I think that's right. Yep. Please make sure you send me your before photos and your measurements. And then we will get started. This is going to be awesome. So I'm so excited to have you all in my group. And deuces.